Hi guys, welcome to Explore Learning Center's video lectures. Today we are going to study very interesting kind of reactions that's called displacement reaction. Okay, so what is displacement reaction? Displacement reactions. So we will take an example. We have a compound. Here when one species is positively charged, another is negatively charged, and we have that salt, a compound. Okay. When any new element comes in contact with this compound, this element will replace one of the ion from this compound and a new compound is formed. Now this kind of reaction is called as what? Displacement reaction. What has happened here? This new element has displaced one of the species from the compound and a new compound is formed. This reaction is called as what? Displacement reaction. How can we define that? A new element displaces one of the species from the compound and a new compound is formed. Now that is defined as what? Displacement reaction. Okay. To understand this in experimental part, in actual chemical aspect of this, we can take help of an activity. We have been given one experiment. For this activity, we have been given a compound copper sulfate. It's a blue color solid. Okay, we need to take this copper sulfate in a test tube. So, in a test tube, we'll have that copper sulfate, right? We have got aqueous solution of copper sulfate. What is aqueous solution? Aqua stands for water, and we have defined it. And solution of copper sulfate in water, that is aqueous solution of copper sulfate. Okay. Into this, we need to take an iron nail. We need to dip an iron nail into it. I don't know if it is visible or no. We need to dip an iron nail into it inside this copper sulfate solution. Okay, for some time. You know the color of iron, it's silvery nature. Okay, shining color in it. After some time, when we keep for some time copper sulfate, this iron nail, the dipped part of iron nail, whatever iron we have dipped in a copper sulfate, the color of this part will change. It will change into reddish brown in color. Okay, what is the activity that we have? We have been given copper sulfate, aqueous solution of copper sulfate. Into that, we need to dip an iron nail into it. After some time, whatever iron has got dipped into copper sulfate, that part will turn into reddish brown. Okay. Now that was the observation that we have made. On the basis on this observation, we need to conclude the reaction, what had happened in the experiment. Okay. Before we go to the conclusion part, we have this experiment. We have done this experiment. Take a look on that, and then we'll get back to understand the reaction part. Okay. We need to take water. We have copper sulfate, salt, blue color crystals. I need to dissolve it in the water so that I should get aqueous solution of copper sulfate. What was aqueous solution we had defined? Salt is dissolved in water. तो ये जो solution बना ब्लू कलर का, ये क्या बना? Copper sulfate, aqueous copper sulfate solution. Okay. Now to this, what I'll do? See, I have taken nail. Okay. कैमरे में पता नहीं तो मैंने 3 नेल लिए है. यू कैन सी द कलर. आपको कलर केयरफुली देखना है. ठीक है. यहाँ इसका कलर आपको दिख रहा है, सिल्वरी वाइटिश कलर दिख रहा है. ओके. आई डिप इट इन कॉपर सल्फेट सॉल्यूशन फॉर सम टाइम. एक्चुअली रिएक्शन में टेस्ट ट्यूब लेना था, तो डजंट मैटर, वी डोंट हैव दैट. We have dipped iron nail, that is Fe, in copper sulfate solution. we'll see what changes takes place there. ग्लास के अंदर से भी कुछ चेंजेस दिख रहे हैं, राइट. विल कीप इट फॉर सम मोर टाइम. Yeah, now you may see the color of the nail that has changed. ये पहले का ओरिजिनल कलर था जो बाहर नेल है. वॉट एवर नेल आई हैव इंसर्टेड इनसाइड, उसका कलर क्या हुआ है, चेंज हुआ है, राइट. So this was the experiment. Okay, what we had in an activity. Let's see what is the conclusion and the reaction part. Okay, देखो ये कलर हाथ को लगता है, ऐसे अगर लगाओ तो लग रहा है हाथ को. Okay, so that's it. Let's move. You have seen what had happened in the reaction, right? In a copper sulfate, just recall, in a copper sulfate we just dipped iron nail into it and we got that iron nail, color of iron turned into something else. Okay, changing of color is one of the criteria of chemical reactions, right? हमने देखा था पहले, when color change or temperature change or there is a change in state of the substances observed, these are the some criteria that we may say that reaction has taken place. Okay, so what kind of reaction has taken place here? To explain that, we need to take iron has reacted with copper sulfate. This was solid, the aqueous solution of copper sulfate. Iron react with copper sulfate to give you what? As we are discussing this in the category of displacement reaction. In this reaction, what happens? This Fe will displaces copper to form a new compound, that is ferrous sulfate. Okay, this Fe will displace this copper from this compound and it will take its place to form Fe sulfate, ferrous sulfate, and that copper will be removed out. Okay, again it is aqueous and solid, right? This is an example of displacement reaction. What is displacement reaction that we have studied? An element, new element, displaces one of the species from the compound to give you new compound. Okay, from copper sulfate, copper is positively charged, sulfate is negatively charged. New element, that is iron, will displace copper from this compound, and in place of copper, it will take place of copper and you will get ferrous sulfate new compound and copper will be removed. Okay, this is an example of displacement reaction, right? We can take one more example. Say we have zinc. When it is reacting with copper sulfate, what is the product that you should get? Again, displacement reaction. A new element will displaces one of the ion from the compound, and you get zinc sulfate plus copper will be removed. Right? So these are the examples of displacement reactions. But wait, you need to observe one important thing here. Is what? Say I have taken example of this. While to explain displacement reaction, that's a very interesting part. A new element will react with this compound and will displace one of the ion from the compound and will form a new. It will give a new compound. Okay. But I have used this broad, the bigger pen to displace a smaller pen here. Okay. So we may consider that as this pen is bigger, it can displace easily to a smaller pen. Okay. If I take reverse, now I take this new element and I want to react that with this compound. Okay. If this new element combine with this, as this is smaller in size and this pen is bigger, it will not able to displace this pen from here. Okay. And that, this smaller pen will not able to displace this bigger pen from here, and that reaction will not take place. That means what? Only a species who is strong enough to displace that species from the compound, in that case only that displacement reaction will be taken place. बात समझ रहे हो? एक बड़ा पहले से बात समझो, then we'll get back to reaction. एक बड़ा पेन है, ये छोटे पेन को डिस्प्लेस कर सकता है, लेकिन छोटा पेन इन रिवर्स केस ये छोटा पेन एक बड़े पेन को डिस्प्लेस नहीं कर सकता. Okay, that new element should have that ability, it should have that capacity to to displace that another species from the compound. If you don't have, that reaction will not take place. Okay. What I mean is that we have seen iron react with copper sulfate. Iron displaces copper to give you ferrous sulfate and copper. If we take the reverse, say we'll take copper and we react that with ferrous sulfate. Now we should expect the reaction that copper will displace iron to give you copper sulfate and iron. That is not the case. Why? Because iron has the capacity. See, that you should observe very carefully is what? Iron has the capacity to displace copper from the compound. So it will give you ferrous sulfate and copper. But copper doesn't have capacity to displace iron from the compound. So there is no reaction in this case. बात समझ लो? That new element should have ability, it should have a capacity to displace that another species from this compound. तभी जाके reaction possible है. Okay? In chemistry, what I am talking about, the strength or the ability or the capacity that is needed with this element to displace any of the species from the compound. We may term it as reactivity in chemistry language. Okay, chemistry भाषा में उसको reactivity बोल सकते हैं. Okay, this first species, that is Fe, should be reactive enough to displace this copper from the copper sulfate. Okay, then only that displacement reaction is possible. Simultaneously, if you take this example, copper is not that reactive like iron, so it cannot displace Fe to give the product. Okay, that's the very interesting part. That is what? The reactivity. The species more reactive. In case of this, इसको हम बोल सकते हैं ये ज़्यादा reactive है. Okay, as the species more reactive, it can displace that another species from the compound easily. But in this case, in reverse case, as this species is less reactive, it cannot displace this more reactive species. Okay, that means we need to have more reactive species in order to displace less reactive species from the compound. Iron is more reactive than copper, so iron can displace copper to give you ferrous sulfate. Copper is less reactive than iron, it cannot displace iron from this, and that reaction is not possible. Okay, that's a very important or very interesting part need to be studied under displacement reactions. Okay, now for you, you may maybe in board examinations or in any of the competitive examinations, you may be given like list of reactions, only reactant part, and you will be asked to predict the product. Okay, जैसे ये दो reaction दिए जाएंगे आपको, Fe react with copper sulfate, guess the product. Copper react with ferrous sulfate, and you need to guess the product. Okay, in these kind of situations, in these kind of examples, you need to know which species is more reactive than other. Okay, comparison में आपको पता होना चाहिए, and for that there is no choice but you need to by heart that. Okay, उसके पीछे logic you will understand the logic behind that, but only if you go to higher classes. Okay, पीछे में जाके समझ सकते हो. अभी इस साल आपको उस बाहर करना है. We don't prefer you to by heart or just mug up the things, but everything can't be studied in single class, right? एक ही 10th में सब पूरा chemistry नहीं पढ़ सकते. So what we'll do now, we'll just have take a look on the chart, okay, and we'll try to remember as much elements that we can. Okay, when we talk about remembering the charts, simply player कैसे remember नहीं करना उसको. We have a trick. With the help of that trick, we may remember whole of the chart. Okay, it's not that difficult. तो उसके लिए आपको एक सेंटेंस याद करना है. Okay, जैसे डायलॉग बोलो, सेंटेंस बोलो, एक लाइन आपको याद करनी है. Okay, what is that? Stop calling. Sorry. Please stop calling me a cute zebra. Please stop calling me a cute zebra. I like her calling smart guy. What you need to remember? A single line. Please stop calling me a cute zebra. I like her calling smart guy. Okay? ये चीजें कुछ आपको याद करनी है. एक रटने की लाइन है, इसे आपको याद हो जाएगा. like a dialogue of a movie. Okay? Now with the help of this, what we can do? Take the initials. First letters of all these words. Remember, you are not supposed to interchange the terms. Okay? Please के बाद stop आएगा. You need to have that in a sequence. Please stop calling me a cute zebra. I like her calling smart guy. Take the initials. Now P stands for potassium. Right? P stands for potassium. S stands for sodium. C stands for calcium. Right? Call for calcium. M for magnesium. A for aluminum. Nothing is difficult. Okay, कुछ भी नहीं है. आराम easily आपको सब कुछ remember हो जाएगा. Now C stands for carbon. Z stands for zinc. I stands for iron. L stands for lead. You remember this L is for lead, not for lithium. You may get confused there. Now H stands for hydrogen. All of you are familiar with these few elements. Only those we consider. Okay. Now calling. C stands for copper. S stands for silver, and that G stands for gold. Okay. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, copper, zinc, carbon, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, silver, and lastly it's gold for guy. Silver for smart. Okay. Here always remember one thing. We have first calcium on C, then we have carbon on C, and we have copper from C. C से हमारे पास तीन एलिमेंट है. That you should be able to distinguish. Okay. पहले calcium आएगा, बाद में carbon आएगा, बाद में copper आएगा. बाकी तो everything is fine. So no, there is no any confusion. Right? Now you need to decode those in those notations. Hope you are familiar with the notations of these elements. Okay? Periodic table क्या कुछ elements आपको पता है. You must know those notations of the elements. Okay? In detail we are going to study in this year. अगला टॉपिक वही start करेंगे periodic table. So potassium. What is our notation for potassium? You know it is K. Okay, it is denoted as K. Sodium is Na. Calcium is Ca. Magnesium is Mg. Aluminum is Al. Carbon C. It's very familiar element with you. Zinc is Zn. Iron is Fe. Lead Pb. Hydrogen H. Copper Cu. Silver Ag, and lastly gold is A. There is no space. You may understand. चार्ट आप देख के समझ सकते हो. Okay. That is iron is Fe, lead is Pb, hydrogen is H, copper is Cu, silver is Ag, and gold is Au. That question I have written. Okay. If you don't know how these elements are named, in upcoming days we are supposed to make videos for 8th and 9th class. There you can have an idea. Then you can check the links and you may find out. Okay. अब तो बस फिलहाल 10th के ऊपर फोकस करेंगे. So this is the chart that I have made. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, carbon, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, silver, and gold. Okay. Now in this chart we have arranged these elements according to their reactivity. Okay. And what is, we have seen the reactivity. That's the ability of any of the species, any of the element to displace one of the ion from other compound. Okay. That ability was termed as reactivity. Okay. This chart we have made according to डिक्रीजिंग द रिएक्टिविटी. ओके, जैसे ऊपर से हम नीचे नीचे जाएंगे वैसे एलिमेंट की रिएक्टिविटी कम कम होती जाएगी. We have shown that with the aroma, right? Reactivity on upper side, as I shown, these elements are arranged in increasing the reactivity from down to top. Okay, or we may consider from top to bottom. As we go down and down, the reactivity of species goes on decreasing. समझ रहे हो? जो एलिमेंट ऊपर है वो ज्यादा रिएक्टिव है. इन सिंपल वर्ड्स, जो एलिमेंट जितना नीचे जाएगा वो उतना कम रिएक्टिव होगा. राइट? दैट्स द लॉजिक behind that. This chart what we have made is called reactivity series. You must know the name. This is the reactivity series where we have arranged those elements in decreasing order of the reactivity. Okay, as we go down and down, we get less reactive species from one another. Okay, now point to be noted that we have discussed in previous experiment and previous reaction was what we have iron, right? We have taken iron in a reaction. Fe reacted with copper sulfate and that iron was able to displace the copper. Why iron was able to displace the copper? Because iron lies above the copper and copper lies here. See the chart. Now you will be able to connect the dots. Okay, अभी आप कुछ चीजें लिंक कर पाओगे when you look at the chart, right? Iron lies above to copper, so iron is more reactive as compared to copper, right? So iron can displace copper easily, and the reaction that we have, Fe react with copper sulfate. I don't know if you remember the reaction or no. Where can I write that? See, यहाँ छोटी जगह में लिखेंगे. और तुम्हें क्लियर दिस साइड आपने शायद नोट किया होगा. नोट किया नहीं तो go back and write it down. Okay, I have told you to write everything simultaneously with me. So Fe react with copper sulfate. It gives what? As iron is more reactive than copper, iron will be able to displace the copper. Iron will be able to displace the copper to give you what? Ferrous sulfate and copper. बात समझ रहे हो? In reverse we have taken copper when it is reacting with ferrous sulfate. In the chart, copper is less reactive than copper is less reactive than iron. So copper cannot displace iron according to reactivity series. Okay, why? Because these elements are arranged in decreasing order of the reactivity. This is less reactive than this is less reactive than this, and this is less reactive than this. So copper is less reactive than iron. It cannot displace iron from the compound. Okay, so that is the logic behind that, the displacement reactions. Okay, one more example we have taken. In place of iron, we have taken zinc, right? Previously, if you have noted the reaction, we have taken zinc, react with copper sulfate, and we have what? Zinc sulfate that is formed. Again, what is the logic? Zinc lies above to copper, so zinc can displace copper easily, and we can have that product. Okay, if you take in reverse, if you react copper with zinc sulfate, what do you think? Do you get any product? Look at the chart. Obviously, copper again is less reactive than zinc. There is no any chance to displace zinc with the help of copper. Chance nahi hai. Okay, there is no reaction possible. That is the logic behind chemical, that is displacement reactions. Okay, all the displacement reactions can be easily understood, can be easily answered with the help of this reactivity series. Okay, so in today's class, the very key terminology that we need to remember is what? Reactivity. What is reactivity? Again, if you have not understood, or even if you have understood, just you can recall. What is reactivity? It is an ability of the new element to displace one of the species from the compound to give new product. Okay, that's an ability to to displace one of the compound from this sorry, it's an ability of the element to displace one of the species from the compound and to form new compound. The ability of that element or the strength of that element is defined as what? Reactivity. Okay, in proper format notes will be given to you. Okay, as I'm talking about notes, the first part of this topic, chemical reactions and equations, part 1 of this topic, the notes have been given. I have sent it in a group. I don't know if you have seen or no, or those who are not in a group, जो पहली बार वीडियो देख रहे हैं, for them the link is in the description box. You can go and directly check the handwritten notes. Okay, for this complete notes will be available in part 2. Okay, उसमें आधा टॉपिक कवर किया है, आधा बचा हुआ टॉपिक part 2 में कवर किया जाएगा. Okay, for that you need to have access to the links or the videos in upcoming classes. Okay, और simply to you may join the group, उसकी लिंक है डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में, वहाँ आपको कंटिन्यूसली अपडेट मिलता जाएगा. Okay, so that is about displacement reactions. Okay, now as if you have understood this part, the reactivity series, the logic behind that, you may try to solve some examples. For a few examples I will give to you. Just try to solve it, then we will proceed. Okay, see, you have lead sulfate and that react with, so take lead react with copper sulfate. You should give the product and copper react with lead sulfate. You should give the product. Okay, those are the two cases. Two more examples I will give you. Calcium, that's calcium, not copper. Calcium react with ferrous sulfate. What is the product? And one more last example that you may take. Is copper react with aluminum chloride. Okay, you need to answer the product. 4 reactions I have given, depending on the chart, everything is in front of you. Okay, you need to answer these reactions, right? If there is product possible, if yes, then what is the product? If no, why that reaction can't take place? Okay, you need to write answers for this, and you must you may send it to on WhatsApp. Okay, then we can discuss what is the possible results, or try to answer those questions. Keep it ready with you. In next class when we come, then in that time we may discuss that. Okay, so that is all about displacement reaction. We have understood everything with the help of this reactivity series. We have understood the reactivity and all the aspects. Okay, hope you are getting it, and hope voice is also clear. We are trying to improve it day by day. One more thing that I want to tell you is that today, as I am recording this class on 11th May, we had conducted we had arranged for a drawing competition. Like tomorrow we have that is International Nurse Day, and on the occasion of that we have conducted International Nurse Day, right? There is a huge response we have got from the all of you of that. The results will be declared tomorrow. Till tomorrow it was it was a competition, right? जो prize के लिए कुछ करते थे. But still you can take part in a Thank You Nurses campaign that we are running on. To support that, to cooperate with, to motivate the healthcare workers and all those things, you may draw that picture. You need to draw a nurse serving a patient, and you may send those pictures to our WhatsApp number. Link is in the description box. Anytime, just out of competition, to have what do we say? For the love and kindness kindness or the affection towards the healthcare workers and to motivate them. We'll be uploading them on social media handles, and we may try to do something in this lockdown period. Okay, so that's all. Tomorrow we'll be looking at the results. Okay, so don't miss that. Until then, stay safe, stay home. Goodbye.